The town and county of Antigonish today represent a community rich in diversity of language and culture.
Way, Mina John Prosper, Bucking Kakleawi, Chilasi, Megamagi.
In Ga 3.
Welcome to Antigonish. أهلا وسهلا بأنتيغونيش.
Bienvenue à Pamcat.
And van harte welcome in Antigonish.
I'd like to welcome you to Antigonish Town.
For many thousands of years, the sole caretakers of this breathtaking landscape were the Mi'kmaq people, the original occupants of the land. For countless generations, their way of life followed the changing of the seasons. For sustenance, they depended upon the beasts of the forests and the aquatic life of the rivers and ocean, and on the flora of the earth. Today, they remain deeply rooted to the land, always conscious of the need to conserve and protect the resources granted to them by Jiniskam, the Creator. European settlement in Antigonish only began in the 1760s and 1770s with the return of exiled Acadians to the province. They settled primarily at Tracadie, Haverbushi, and Pomcat, which today are still predominantly Acadian communities. At one end of the magnificent Pomcat Beach Provincial Park lies the historic Chais des Lauriers and an adjacent interpretive center. Elsewhere in the village, next to École Acadienne de Pomcat, you will find a new community cultural center and museum where visitors can learn about the rich Acadian culture. In 1784, a group of loyalists under the leadership of Captain Timothy Herlihy sailed into Antigonish Harbor and landed at Town Point. Here, their settlement was called Dorchester, but by the turn of the 19th century, the present location of Antigonish Town was settled. A few years after the American Revolution, black loyalists, many of whom were freed slaves, arrived in Nova Scotia as part of the larger Loyalist migration. Settling in the Tracadie area and in Guysborough County, their communities faced considerable hardship in the early days, and even today struggle with the effect of outmigration.
Welcome to Upper Big Tracadie.
For many, their annual celebration of Kwanzaa provides an excellent opportunity to bring the community together to celebrate their history, values, and culture. Though the first permanent Scottish settlement in Nova Scotia had begun at Pictou in 1773 with the arrival of immigrant ships like the Hector, the majority of Catholic Highlanders settled in Antigonish County and Cape Breton from 1790 onwards. In the wake of the Highland clearances, Gaelic-speaking Highlanders began settling, first at Arisag, then at St. Andrews, and eventually throughout the county. Among them were at least 3 veterans of the 1746 Battle of Culloden. Each spring, a ceremony takes place at the memorial cairn to their memory in Knoydart. With them, these Scots brought their language, Gaelic, as well as a rich Highland culture that was expressed in poetry, song, piping, fiddling, and dancing. Today, you will find that culture expressed during their annual Highland Games, established in 1863, as they remain one of the longest continuously running Highland Games in the world outside of Scotland. Founded in 1853, St. Francis Xavier University is a major player in the economic, cultural, and intellectual life of Antigonish Town and County. Today, it is recognized as one of the top primarily undergraduate universities in the nation In 1897, St. FX became the first Catholic coeducational institution in North America to grant university degrees to women. Supporting that mission at St. FX were two groups of religious women: the Congregation of Notre Dame, who managed Mount St. Bernard College for Women, and the Sisters of St. Martha, who, although they were founded to take over the household management of St. FX, soon expanded into social work and especially healthcare right across Canada, including building St. Martha's Hospital in Antigonish.
If 7 men can form a joint stock company, there's no reason why 700 or 7,000 can't do the same thing in a cooperative way.
In the 1920s, Father Moses Cody at St. FX and Father Jimmy Tompkins created a socio-economic movement which promoted a philosophy of cooperation among desperately poor fishermen, farmers, and miners throughout Nova Scotia. The Antigonish movement was so successful that today the Cody International Institute brings leaders from across the developing world to Antigonish to share that same cooperative philosophy, so they too will become masters of their own destiny. Joining the Mi'kmaq, Acadians, Loyalists, and Scots were immigrants from other places as well, including the Irish, English, British home children, Syrians, Lebanese, and others. In the middle of the 20th century, they were joined by dozens of Catholic Dutch families, many of whom settled on the abandoned farms of Antigonish County. In fact, today, their descendants operate most of the commercial farms in the area. In recent years, Antigonish Town and County have gradually been attracting younger people as well as retirees.
Welcome to Antigonish Farmers Market.
The vibrancy of the community is on display every week at our thriving farmers market. Among the newcomers are a significant number of refugee families, including the founders of the now famous Peace by Chocolate. The fishery remains an important industry in many communities along our coastline. Mi'kmaq, Anglophone, and Francophone fishers alike continue to make their living catching lobster and other seafood.
That is one big fish, boy.
Some of the largest bluefin tuna in the world are caught in these waters,
That's well over 1,000 pounds.
creating an active catch-and-release sport fishery as well as a limited commercial fishery. Antigonish Town and County are blessed with an abundance of natural beauty, rolling, unspoiled countryside, a varied coastline with numerous beaches, parks, walking and biking trails, and Kepik Mountain's year-round recreational facility. And of course, friendly, welcoming people of all cultures. We invite locals and visitors alike to explore our rich cultural heritage and to experience and savor all that we have to offer.